Hey guys, so a few days ago, I also went and saw Rampage, the new action movie based off a video game it has The Rock in it. So I'm like, cool. Just it's kind of like a new stipulation for me. Any new movie with The Rock in it, I'm going to see it because I love The Rock. He's my boy. He's one of the most entertaining people out there, one of the most entertaining actors out there, and I want to see the guy continue to be successful. I mean, I know he's in like everything now, but still, goddamn, there's a reason why he is because he's fucking entertaining and charismatic as shit. He's not a bad actor either. This movie, and I also played the video game growing up, the original Rampage video game, and then even though I was like, really, we're making a video game based off Rampage? There wasn't even really a fucking story in the first place, so how the hell are you gonna make a movie out of that? And from the trailers you could tell, like, well, this is gonna be stupid, but maybe it'll be dumb, maybe it'll be dumb enough to help me go, yeah, it was, I liked it. Maybe it's one of those movies, and I'm like, we'll see. It's like, and yeah, it was stupid. It was really, really stupid. That was a really dumb movie. I'm not gonna lie. That movie was, like, I told a friend of mine, I was like, that movie was really dumb. As a film critic and everything else, like, the film critic brain, the part of my brain was like, that was a really dumb movie. But then also in the average, typical audience part of my brain, I was like, yeah, it was dumb, but it was a lot of fun. I did have fun watching it. And I can't say that, like, I hated it, because I really didn't. It's a movie directed by Brad Payton. He's the guy who made, his last movie he made was with The Rock, and that was San Andreas. And that was a really fucking stupid movie, but that was also another movie I was like, that was stupid, but I kind of liked it, even though it was fucking stupid. And this is pretty much ranks right up there with that fucking movie. The Rock is The Rock. He's goddamn charismatic to the point that I know his name is Dwayne Johnson before anybody gets on me, but he's always gonna be a fucking Rock to me. There's a reason why he wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't for fucking his stint in WWE. He wouldn't be. So he's gonna always be The Rock to me. So yeah, but The Rock is like goddamn charismatic and likable and everything he does, and he's pretty much the same thing in here. It's like he's his interactions with the main ape, albino ape in the movie George, are really funny. That was probably the best parts of the movie. Him and the fucking gorilla had better chemistry than him and Naomi Harris, who was just really a fucking waste of space in this movie. Really, she was. She just delivered the fucking cheesy ass dialogue, like, what are we, the Justice? I figured something about Justice League in the movie. What the fuck? And then, but yeah, like I said, I love the interaction between him and Ape. Like, The Rock is teaching the Ape how to flip people off. That was pretty funny. And like, just like, they talk to each other for sign language, and it's always really fucking funny every time. Like, I could watch a whole fucking movie with The Rock and CGI Ape interacting with each other, and I would have been fine with that. The movie, like, I spent a majority of this movie, like, going, I don't care, just get on to the fucking destruction and all that shit like that. Because, like, there's a whole plot about corporate conspiracy going on with this company who, I'll get in that in a fucking second, who had some science experiment, which, like I said, I'll get into that in a second, that they had going on in space or something like that, and one of the science experiments, the capsules that had the science experiment or something, I don't know, about cellular regeneration, I don't know, like I said, I really went in one ear, one out the other. It's like, when is the fucking ape and the lizard and the wolf gonna go fucking destroy the city? That's all I was thinking the whole fucking time. And like basically this thing releases gas onto like the gorilla and wolf and an alligator, and they become gigantic beings, and the wolf becomes like able to fucking fly. I don't know how, but like somehow they're, with their cells accelerating, they're able to have the abilities of other animals or something. I don't fucking know. And like one point, the fucking alligator, I swear the alligator is like an armadillo or something like that. It's got a fucking tail, like a spiky tail. I don't know. It's like and the government and the FBI is involved, and they got Kyle Chandler, who's or not. I'm sorry, I just said Kyle Chandler. I just was watching Wolf of Wall Street. Apologize for that. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who's fucking awesome in this movie. Other than The Rock, he's the second best part of this fucking movie. And they're getting involved. They're trying to track down these monsters and yada yada yada. And like, just get on with it. It's like an old school Godzilla movie where it's just, even the recent Godzilla movie where you have a bunch of male or like human characters you just don't give a fuck about, even though this one does have fucking The Rock in it, and he's not like Bryan Cranston and dies in the first 30 minutes, even if, especially since he's the best part of the whole movie. But he, like, yes, you got all these fucking, it's like, I don't care. When's the fucking monster's just gonna fuck, like I say, Malin Ackerman, I don't care. Just get on with it. Like, just get on with it. And what was entertaining me throughout this movie more and more, that kept me from, like, really getting bored by the, like, million subplots going on in this movie, was this movie, I had fucking no idea, but this movie is one of the most violent movies I've seen all year so far. What the fuck? Like, I did not expect that shit. Like, what I said about the beginning of the movie, it opens where there's a science experiment going on in space. Apparently, I was thinking, like, did I just walk into like the wrong fucking movie? Because the opening of this movie feels like it's like the sequel to Life, and like there's like just fucking dismembered body parts and everything else, like on a fucking space station. There's a giant rat. It's killing people all over the space station. The space station's blowing up. I'm like, what the hell is this? Did I walk into the wrong movie? It's like, I literally thought for a while I did walk into the wrong movie. I was like, what the hell is this? And then, like, it just proceeds to continue on from that. This movie is violent as shit. People die horrible deaths. Even, like, major characters, like, even major actors. You're like, wow! I did not see this fucking happening. Like, I did not expect that for this movie. It's a PG-13, but it fucking pushes it. And this is a movie that should have been rated R, because this would have been fucking great. This is like, for that aspect of like, this is an awesome fucking monster movie. Like, this is the most violent monster. This is more violent than fucking the recent Godzilla movie was. Damn. It's like, I'm like, damn, that was making this movie fucking really entertaining, was the fucking violence in this movie. And like when the monsters fight, it's a lot of fun. It's like the last half of the movie, maybe half hour, 20 minutes. It's fine. At least I can tell what's going on. Like, that's a plus. And there is some questionable CGI too in this fucking movie, because especially at one part, look for it if you go see this movie, when they're jumping out of the airplane and they're flying through the air through parachutes. They do a close-up of The Rock's face. I don't know what the fuck was going on with The Rock's face, but that looked scary and alarming. I don't know what they did digitally with his face, but don't ever do that fucking again. God, that was awful. That was what. Then there's a lot of questionable CGI here and there, but it's like, yeah, whatever. Um, it's a fun, dumb movie that matinee, or if you got a movie pass and got to see it for free like I did, go check it out. It's not that bad. It's like, it's dumb. It's exactly what I expected it to be. I had fun. Like I said, it was an hour and 40 minutes, and it went by pretty quick. Trailers. Shit. Oceans, or I got the new trailer for the Oceans, sorry, I got the new trailer for Oceans 8. It was a fuller trailer for it. It's again just Oceans 11, but with a whole female cast. Sandra Bullock, Kate Blanchett, Sarah Paulson, Rihanna, Helena Bonham Carter, and for somebody else, I don't know. But yeah, it's like, again, like I said a few months ago, why is this a trend that keeps happening? Like, it's the exact same fucking movie as Ocean's 11, but with females. Do we really need this? I am all for female empowerment, but like, why not give them their own original movie and not just copy and paste the same fucking concept from a movie that's already been done? Like, whatever. But yeah, like I said, I like the Oceans movie. I'll still see it because I like the Oceans movie. I forget who's directing it, but it's not Steven Soderbergh, which sucks. If it was Steven Soderbergh directing, I'll go see it. I'd be a little bit more excited. The Meg. It's appropriate that I got this trailer in front of this movie, the trailer for the movie Meg, because this is just like fucking Rampage. This looks really fucking stupid, but it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's Statham on underwater, doing an underwater expedition. Jason Statham doing an underwater expedition, and they're being attacked by a fucking megalodon shark, this giant ass fucking shark. It looks like it has better effects than like Sharknado. And I like the part where the Yorkie's like going out to swim into the ocean and sees the shark and he turns around and goes to the boat. That was pretty fucking funny. That got a fucking big chuckle out of me. Like I said, it looks so stupid, but it looks like a lot of fun. It also got Statham in it, so that's a plus for me. Adrift. This is a movie that's supposedly based off a true story about a couple in the 80s who loved to go sailing, and they decided to go sailing along the Pacific to California, and they get caught in the middle of a hurricane. Their ship becomes really badly damaged, and they're in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of nowhere. That's kind of fucking terrifying. And they're just stuck there in the middle of the fucking ocean with no help around. That doesn't sound like a terrifying movie. And it's a love story. It's Shailene Woodley and some guy. Like I said, I like the concept, but if it was, I don't know. Deadpool 2, a new trailer for that. It looks funny. It's Deadpool. I love the advertisements for these movies. Really, they haven't really shown much of the plot, other than it's something about a kid or something that he's building the X-Force. I guess something, I don't know. I don't read the comics. I love the fact that don't purposely put from the studio that brought you Devil Wears Prada in 27 dresses. That's fucking funny. That's the line. That's the only thing that really in the trailer that made me fucking laugh more than anything. But I'm still gonna see Deadpool 2. I love Deadpool 1. It's fucking great. And then the new I got another trailer for movie called Upgrade. It's the new Lee Wannell. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Film. He's the guy who wrote the original Saw and has directed a couple of the Insidious movies. He's also wrote a lot of James Wan movies too. It's a movie about, it's a weird concept, but it looks kind of cool. It's a guy who's paralyzed who gets this chip in his spine that enables him the ability to walk and become like a fucking badass, and like he becomes paralyzed basically because he was mugged or something like that, and his wife was killed. And so with this new chip, he's able to find his wife's killers and get revenge. I'm like, that kind of looks like a lot of fun. I'm like, that looks like I would kind of get behind that movie. Yeah, and I was like, that's kind of a fun idea for a movie. So we'll see. And like the chip has a voice that he can hear in his head or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't sound like a bad idea for a movie. That's as far as trailers go. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go see either Super Troopers 2 or I Feel Pretty. I'm kind of on the fence about it. Anybody wants to tell me in the comments what they want me to see, I'll go fucking see it. And whoever says, suggest something, I'll go see it. But yeah, maybe one of those two, and of course next or later this week is fucking Avengers Infinity War. So until then, I'll talk to you guys.